Namaste viewers, my name is Lakshmi Singh and welcome to this week's episode of Himali Spiritual Center, right here on your favorite ITV Gold Thursdays from 7:30 to 8 p.m. with none other than Himali ji. Himali, namaste.
Namaste, Lakshmi ji.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, we must say to everyone, congratulations. You pegged it. You said that Joe Biden would win. He is now the 46th president of the United States of America. But even more exciting, for the very first time, we have a Indian, African, West Indian Vice President, Kamala Devi Harris. So congratulations to everyone who has voted for the Democratic Party. And congratulations to you, because you said they will definitely win.
Oh, thank you, Jesaliva. He was, see, when people do a good thing in life, and he's a good man, a lot of people will say, oh, what did he do? If you realize a lot of things he has did, he has done a lot of women right laws in this country. So he has done a lot and he has a lot of experience. So a lot of people tell me, why do you feel that Biden should win and not Trump? I said, Trump, it could be a good person. I don't know him personally for me to say he's bad or what he is doing. Everybody has their own. But he's not a politician. And people will always tell me, oh, I wanted Trump to win because he's not a politician. But
he's a businessman.
He's a businessman. But I wouldn't say that he is a successful businessman. He has done many bankruptcy. So you cannot say he's a successful businessman. Yes, he's a businessman and success to himself. But we don't need a businessman to run the country. We need a politician. For example, if you are, like you were a hostess, and I cannot just put anybody. As you know, we wanted to choose somebody else and we couldn't, because we said, you know, that person would be able to do the right. We have to choose the right person for the right job. Mm-hmm. So for example, you see, it's the worst doctor you could see. He's very bad. Nobody likes him. But you're stuck in an island and you need medical help. You will go to that doctor, even if you feel like he's no good. So the same way, even if we feel like we don't want the politician, we need politician, because they're the one, Bhagwan has created their mind, and astrologically their book is like that, for them to be able to be politician. Politician isn't somebody, a good person. You have to make sure he or she is not a corrupted person. The same way as we have a lawyer to represent us legally, we need to find a good, honest one. It's the same way in any field. We need an honest, good people. As in my field, I'm a spiritual person. You have so many bad corruption person. So in all fields, you have to understand, even in the medical field, if it is the legal field, if it's in the spiritual world, we have good and bad people. We have to choose a good person that can run that job or do that job that we want it to be done for us.
Mm-hmm. And Himali ji, how do you feel about Kamala Devi Harris for our vice president?
I feel that it is a wonderful thing for women, and plus especially, you know, she is an Asian woman, which is great. So I think about what 13, 14 people has been elected to work in the White House. So that is a great thing for us Indian descent and South Indian people and West Indians people, that, hey, you have a dream, you could do it, you could make it here. It is not something that we feel like, oh, it's not for me, it's for a white person, oh, it's not for me, it's for that person. No, I think if you do the right thing, if you know, you can do.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, viewers, last week we were going through the horoscopes and we were getting lots of phone calls, so we did not get to finish. So this week we're going to start off with Leo. But before we start, we're going to ask you to just hold off on your phone calls until Himali ji finishes the horoscopes, because last week it actually should have been done in one episode, but because of all of the phone calls, it happened just halfway. So Himali ji, we are up to Leo.
Yes.
So tell us about the horoscopes for Leo.
So because this is the new year, I just highlight on that astrology person astrologically, but the real horoscope reading will be the person with the date of birth, with the place of birth, and if they have the time of birth. you will be 100% accurate. So this is based on the 12 astrologically, we put 12 people in 12 things. So Leos, they're ruled by the fire side, and they're very fixed people. And you will realize that if you have a Leo female friend, she's a very hardworking person. She will have to go and do everything, very independent people. So if you have a Leo boy or a Leo husband, they're a little lazy type. They tend to be relaxed, laid back. So if you see the nature, the female hunts and the male eats. So if you have a Leo boy or a Leo husband or a Leo's friend, you will see he's a little lazy, but very, very good friends they are. Very loyal people, and they like to be very independent. They don't like to be told what to do. They like to be their own ruler. They love money, but females will like to work to get the money. The male will like to get it easily. So if you find that you are a Leo and you are a guy, do not take shortcut. Try to work little hard and you will succeed. They usually go great in business. Whatever they do, they become the great leader. We had two great leaders in this country were Leo. One was Obama and one was Clinton, and I'm sure we had more. So they make to be a great leader for whatever job they take on. They're very direct people, and they very much like to do what they like to do. So if you have a Leo husband or a Leo son, and he or a she or a Leo wife, and you tell them that, oh, don't do this, and you do it in a rude way, they will do it and they'll try to make it like if you are wrong. So if you have a significant other who is a Leo and you don't want them to do something, first of all, agree with them. Say, yeah, okay. And then tell them, maybe we should do it like that. And they will agree with you. They love confrontation and they like fight, like they always have to be right. And Leos, please, you're not always right. And I am a Leo too. So I will tell you myself, we're not always right. And it is not bad to say, I'm sorry, and just admit at times that we are wrong. So, and you make a great leader, a very honest people too. Very, very honest. If they're a friend, they're your friend. If they're not, they're not. So they're ruled by, and they're very fixed side. So it's very hard to change them. They're sort of like fixed in their way. So if you have a Leo wife or a Leo husband, they're very hard-headed people, but they're very good in heart.
So Himali, who is the perfect match for a Leo? What sign?
They really get along with Aries. They will, if they're a spiritual, you have to see, if the Leo is a spiritual person, they'll get along very well with Aquarius. They'll get along with the Pisces, Capricorn, but they don't do well with Gemini. Gemini and Cancer, they have little difficulty with, but the rest, everybody, they tend to get along well with.
Well, all of you guys at home that are Leos, I wonder if you're sitting there saying, wow, that sounds just like me.
So Leo, this is a mixed week for you. You might have little health problem, and it will be mostly your stomach related. So if you have gas or constipation, please eat right, exercise. It will help you. If you're doing your own business, this is a very good week for you. You will do well in your business. If you are a student, you will do well in school. If you're working for somebody, your boss will recognize your hard work and you might get a promotion or a change in a job, which will be good for you. Thursday is a good day for you.
Awesome.
Virgo is in there. They make very good office managers because they're very well organized, neat, tidy, organized. But they have very difficult to make up their mind. They become a little indecisive at times. And they're very good people in heart. They love to cook. They like to do things what they enjoy. And they don't make as a great leader, but they make a very good companion. They get along very well, and they're ruled by Mercury. So they get along very well with Geminis, will do very well with them as a life partner. If they're going to anything that it got to do with office and management, they do very well.
You know who's a Virgo? Veronica. And that sounds just like her. That sounds so much like her.
If you tell her what to do, she will do it. But if you expect her to do it on her own, she can't.
Okay.
And they realize they're great people. They're very friendly. They will try to make you happy. They don't like to make anybody sad. They don't like to get it under anybody's skin, but they don't know how to say no. And that's the biggest problem. The Leo is totally opposite. They were ready to fight. But Virgos, they don't like to fight. They're very good friends. I have good friends.
Awesome.
Virgos. They're little fixed. They're not fixed. They're mutable. They're like, if they say yeah, they can change their mind. They're little mutable, so they can change their mind. This is a very good week for them. In the beginning of the week, things will go a little slow, and after the middle of the week, things will pick up for them. They might have little, if they're in a relationship, it will get into a beautiful relationship. So if they're into a little friendship, it could become big. If they are in a long-term relationship, that could come to an end, which will be good for them. They need to move on. They will have a lot of friends and family this week. They will spend time with them. If they are thinking of doing any kind of events or religious things, puja part for themselves, it will be very good for them. If they're doing their own business, it will be a little slow for them this week. If they are thinking of going somewhere, I don't think it will be good popular for them this time, not because of COVID, it's just the planet-wise. Students will do well. Sunday is a good day for them.
Now, is there a good color for Virgo?
I feel the right color is, people usually say green, but I believe any color that is little color is good. Black, I don't recommend people. I tend to see people who are mostly sad or a little bit red, they wear a lot of black. And if you do wear a lot of black, please change, you know. I have this, a person who are usually yes-no people or little black and white, they'll always wear black. And their life tend to stay little like that. Try to put some color in. I feel if they wear green, they wear cream, it will be good for them, for Virgos.
Awesome. Well, guys, make sure you put some color into your life.
Yes, they do. They need to put color. Too much of black or white is no good. Little color is good.
Awesome.
You realize if you see somebody who has a little color, their aura is different.
They have a little pep in their step.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And if you see somebody always wear black, 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 you see like they're really little depressed or dull, or there is something's happening with them and they're not happy.
Awesome.
So Libra is ruled by Venus. So they are people that they have to be in love, and they're like Taurus. Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. Only two planets is ruled, they don't share. Like Cancer is ruled by the moon, Leos are ruled by the sun. Every other planet they share, they're ruled by, like Virgo are ruled with Gemini, they're ruled by Mercury. Libra and Taurus are ruled by Venus. So they're very lovable people. They like nice clothes. You will see if you have a Libra, a friend, they like to dress well. They like to look good. They always think about their appearance. And they cannot just marry anybody. They have to be in love. They're very deep people. They're very much of a dreamers. So you will find them, they tend to dream a lot. They think a lot. They're very... and that's the scale. So they're very indecisive too. So Libras have a lot of problem making up their mind. This is why Vedic astrology tells an exact character of a person. We put everybody in a 12-month. But a lot of planet changes after every 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 1 day, 1 month, planet changes. So anyone who is ruled by Libra, even the moon is ruled by Libra, the ascendant is ruled by Libra, they tend to like nice things in life, and they tend to be indecisive. So this week, and Libras are very loving people. They are very much home people. And Libra, you can have them with anybody. They could be, because they adjust. They try to adjust with everybody. So Libras doesn't have to be. It's a certain sign like Leos and Gemini is supposed to be with different people. But Libra, you could be with anyone as your life partner.
Would you say Librans are easily taken advantage of?
Yes, they do. because they don't know should they hurt the person feeling or not. So by the time they don't like to hurt people's feelings, so they could, yes.
Okay. But if you would recommend a good sign for them, what would it be?
I will recommend for them will be very good is a Taurus.
Okay, so Librans, go look for a Taurus.
They do. They get along very well. This is a good week for them. They will get some good news from family or loved one. If they are in their own business, they'll have a lot of planning and things will go really their way. If they're financially, if they were tight this week, they will do little well. There is a chance of them meeting a new partner or a new business venture this week. If they're thinking of buying a property, this is a good time for them. And the students will do well. Saturday is a good day for them. Scorpios. Scorpios are a very deep people. They're ruled by the water. So you will see that they're very deep thinkers and they're very much stick to their family. Like if you have a Scorpio wife or a Scorpio husband, they're very much for their husband and wife and their children. They need to have a career. Scorpios, I see not 100%, at least 90% of the Scorpios, they have to go into some kind of career. I have seen them mostly in the medical field. So Scorpios, you will see them less doing business and more into professional. They make very good detective because they have to go deep. Scorpios make very good surgeons. But one thing about them, they get a lot of discredit in life. So if you are born from the 15th of October till the 15th of November, you're going to get a lot of discredit in life. You will work very hard and your recognition will be small. So you should really wear a ruby. A ruby stone will be very good for you. And you should do the Gayatri mantra, will be very good, and try to wear bright colors. So Scorpios is ruled by the water side. They're very stubborn people. They're set in their own way, but very good. And they're very moody. They don't say anything, but if they want to get back to you, they get back to you very bad. It's like the Scorpio.
Stings you.
They do. If you don't make a Scorpio your enemy, if you make an enemy, they will put all their energy in getting their revenge. So leave them alone. You have leave them alone. And they very much, you see them, they stay home. They don't have many friends. If they do, it's very few, and they tend to stay mostly to themselves. You'll find Scorpios mostly stay to themselves.
So who would a Scorpion match with?
They go very well with Aquarius, Cancer. They do really well to put them. But I haven't seen Scorpios do very well with Leos. I have seen a couple of Leos get married to Scorpios, and they do balance each other. Because remember, you have to see what is in the 7th house. 7th house is very important to all the signs. What planet is there and what will be the beneficial relation that looking at your 7th house, that will be good for you. Awesome. So this is why in our Indian culture, we open up a horoscope, and when husband and wife, before they get married, we do a matchmaking. It is so important to do a matchmaking so you will know who goes with who.
Yeah. Well, guys, if you are thinking of, getting into a relationship, settling down, before you, take that heavy step, make sure you do a matchmaking, and you can definitely do that with Himali. You can call her at the center. The number is 718-887-2929. You can also visit her. She's at 131-14 101 Avenue in South Richmond Hill.
This is a mixed week for them. Things will move a little slow for them this week. If they're waiting for any kind of pending work, it will take a little time. If they have any kind of immigration work they're waiting, this week is not a good week. If you are thinking of moving, this is a good week for them. If you're thinking of getting a new job, this is a good week for you. You also should take care of your health. Health-wise, you could have little problem. Students will have little difficulties in study. So please put your focus, what you want to study and what you want to go into. Tuesday is a good day for you. Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is a very, it's also ruled by fire. So Sagittarius are very strong people, but they tend to do their own stuff. They like to be independent, just like Leos. But Leo people is little aggressive side, so they're a little bit on a thinking side. if you have a Sagittarius, if you have a husband or a wife, you will see they're very deep thinkers. They do very deeply. They don't like to show things. They do silently. Leos are also like, and Aries are fire sign, but they show off. Sagittarius don't. They tend to keep it very quiet. They tend to be their own boss. They don't like to work with other people. If they work, they want to be left alone and do their own thing. If they go into like film, or if they go into music, they do really well. But I've seen them, they whatever they do, they're pretty successful. If they're not, they change quietly and they do something else. They tend to settle in life little late. So if they get married earlier in life, they tend to take a lot of time. So if they do, they might very few, but 90% I have seen they like to get married little late in life when they settle in their own satisfactory. Then they get married.
And who do they match well with?
They match pretty well with anyone who's not aggressive. So they do really well with Capricorn. They do very well with Pisces. They do very well with Leos. Leos, they do very well because they kind of like balance each other out. I have seen great combination through Leos and Sagittarius.
Do they get hurt easily?
Yes, they do. They're very sensitive people, very emotional. You cannot hurt them. Leave them alone. Let them do their own thing.
Okay.
They're very much, they don't get along too well with, they do get along with everybody, but they don't get along, I see very much with Geminis. They do have little problem with Geminis, and they have problem with Virgos. They have little problems. I don't see a good combination. The rest they do get along pretty well with. This is a good week for them. Financially, they'll be good. If they're thinking of, if they're waiting, for any kind of pending work, it will be done this week. If they're thinking of expanding their business, this is a good time for them. If they're thinking of doing any kind of property buying, this is a good time for them. Students will do well. Thursday is a good day for them. For them, I will suggest them to wear a yellow sapphire. A stone will be very good for them because usually at that time Jupiter is little weak for them. So if they could wear a yellow sapphire, it's very good for them. It will make them little active.
And Himali, people can get the gems from you as well, right?
Oh yes, they can see. Okay. But usually people call me and tell me they want a gem. I usually tell them, okay, I need to see your horoscope, because I believe you shouldn't wear a gem according to your birth chart. You should wear a gem that is weak. So let's say you have the moon, which is weak in your planet, then you should wear a pearl to make the moon strong, so you'll be emotionally strong. Some people you see who was very depressed or who's emotionally weak is because of their moon is no good. So they need to wear, or some people the moon is with another planet and it makes them very angry, or they're very hyper. So we also give them pearl to calm down. So it depends on what, but I believe we have to see a horoscope, and everyone should. It's New Year's. Get your horoscope read and know where what planet is in your horoscope. There's one state of India, like Gujarat, 90% of the people know astrology. They pretty much know what is the ascendant, what is the Lagan, where is the moon, where is what dasha they're in, what it is. And it's so wonderful. If you know what you're doing, then it's very easy to explain, and you will know, okay, you know what, this person knows what he or she is doing.
Yeah, and it's like a guidance for your life.
Yes. Capricorn, they're very deep people. They're good friends. Capricorns are very stubborn, hard-headed people, but they're very, very good friends. They will keep secret. They will take things to their grave. So you will see Capricorns will be very good friends, and they like professional life. If they don't have anything professional to do, they become very depressed, and they're very much of a family type. They like to have family. They like to have wife, children, husband, and they like to have a home, and they are very much good. If they do it, they like to do their own business too. If they don't get into professional, they like to get into their own business. If they do hotel, motel, they do very well. Anything into real estate, they do very good.
And who do they match well with?
They match really well with a lot of people. They go along with Aries, they get along with Leos, they get along with anyone that is very strong, hard-headed, because they tend to understand people. They will analyze you. They do get along with everybody. I haven't seen Capricorn has little problem getting along again with Geminis. The reason why Geminis has either Geminis are very strong people and hard-headed, or they are very double-minded people. They are. So they have very difficult. Gemini is a great friend to have, a great person, but it's very difficult to put them with a partner because they listen to other people. Or they tend to be followers. That's their problem is. So Capricorn don't like that. If you have a Capricorn husband or wife, they don't want you to come home and tell what happened somebody did or somebody will follow. One day you're this, one day that. They're very difficult. They do get along very well with Leos. I've seen that.
Okay.
This is a very good week for them. They will spend a lot of time with friends and family. If they're thinking of changing their job, this is a good time. If they're in their current job and they don't want to change, they will be recognized for the hard work. They will go very spiritual. If you are in your late towards ending of 60, you will go very spiritual. At the end, Capricorn tends to get very spiritual and emotional and want to be close to the family. They're very sentiment people. Students will do really well. Saturday is a good day for them.
Awesome.
Aquarius.
So I'm excited about Aquarius because I'm Aquarius.
Aquarius are very, yes, they are very spiritual. They're intuitive, they know things, a lot of things, but they don't like to be bound down. So you'll see a lot of Aquarius. They have a lot of opportunities to get married, and they try to be single. You'll see a lot of Aquarius like to stay single because they say they want to have a family but they cannot be told what to do. They're very independent people. And whatever they do very good, they feel. And they're very spiritual, I find them. And it's very surprised you say we get along very well. And I have my friend, she's Aquarius, and I get along with her too, Minnie. So I have seen a lot of Aquarius, and they're very, very, spiritual people. And they're very deep people, and they're very sensitive people. And they don't show you. If they're hurting inside, they will never see that they're hurting. Correct, Lakshmi?
You are 100% correct. Every single word that just came out of your mouth is 100% correct for myself.
And this is a good week for you.
Ooh.
If you financially, you'll be good. If you're doing your own business, you'll be very good. Health-wise, you'll be very good. So if you had little health issues, this week will be very good. You will get good news from loved one or family member this week. If you're thinking, of traveling, this is also a very good time if you want to travel or go anywhere. Students will do well, and Friday is a good day for you.
Exciting.
Pisces.
But wait, who do I match with? Wait, we have to talk a little bit about Aquarius here. So what's the best sign? You will match
with anyone who's in music, who's in art, who will, like a Scorpio, will be very good. They will leave you alone. They won't give you your space. You need somebody who will give you your space. You cannot be with a man who needs too much attention. You can't be with them, no. So you definitely can't be with a Leo man or an Aries guy. They will not. You will do very well with Capricorn. Capricorn don't need, they will be left alone. You'll do very well with Scorpio. Scorpio man will do his own things and he will appreciate what you do. You will do very well with Virgos too, but you tend to feel sorry for them. So that I don't think you will love them. But a Capricorn, I feel, or a Scorpio will be very good.
Okay.
And you need a guy, I know this is the side, but you need a guy.
So we're looking for Capricorn?
No, you're looking for somebody who's very strong. A very strong guy,
very true.
Not physically, emotionally, because you're independent and you don't want him to get possessive over you or jealous because you do have a lot of attention. People love you, they like you, they will hug you, they will. So he has to be a very confident and he cannot be insecure guy. So any women, goes for all women who are very independent, who want to be, Kamala Harris, let's say. You have to be, your husband, your significant other has to be a very, very confident man. He cannot be insecure. You will be miserable.
Okay, awesome. So we're looking for Capricorn
who is a businessman.
Okay, all right.
And who will let you travel and do what you want to do.
Okay.
Because you cannot stay home. If he's expecting you to be a housewife, it's not going to work out.
Not going to work out at all. All right, let's move on to Pisces.
Pisces is the two fish. So they're the water side. They're very spiritual people, very deep people. And they're also somebody who cannot be told what to do. And they do very well in a professional with teaching and things like that, as a teacher and stuff. So I'll tell you, this is a good week for them. And they will get a lot of support from friends and family and loved ones this week. If they're thinking of changing their home, this is a good time. If they're thinking of buying a place, this is a good time. If they're thinking of changing their job, this is a good time. They are great teachers. If you are, if your boss will be very happy with you this week, whatever you're going to do. Do not be double-minded. If you're doing your own business, this is a good time. Students will do well, and Sunday is a good day for you. Awesome. And they actually get along with pretty much, I see them, they get along with Scorpios very well. They get along with Leos very well. They get along with Taurus very well.
Awesome. Well, Himali ji, we were able to finish the astrology this week. It was 2 weeks of astrology. So if you guys missed your horoscope, check out last week's episode and you will get it. It is time to end the show. We want to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Himali.
We'll take your call next week.
Yes.
We couldn't be able to because we wanted to finish the horoscope. So I wish everyone a very, very happy weekend. And I pray to Ma, to Bhagwan, to give you a healthy and long life.
Namaste.